Hello and welcome to our vlog. I'm Ewan and this is Northern Recycling Solutions.
4, 3, 2, 1!
Hello and welcome to vlog 3. This week there's less of me and more of some of the other people in the business. So we've got Jamie up first, finishing up his porter cabin project, and he's going to talk a little bit about the history of the business. There's some great photos of days gone by. Then we're going to have a look at the concrete with myself just to see how it's all turned out. We said we would go back to that. Looking good. We're going to meet my sister Katie and fellow director. She is going to cover some of the aspects of work that we have to do in the office. But first, we're a couple of people down in the warehouse today, so Chris is on cover. Let's go and see what he's up to.
My name's Chris, I'm the site manager here at Northern Recycling, and I'm currently loading a trailer with shredded confidential paper and cardboard. Once this paper gets down to the next user, it gets sent away and becomes toilet roll, and the cardboard is reprocessed to become cardboard again. So every load of bales that we send away is around 28 tons.
So these are the two pains of my life at work. Finally got them in place. Had a few issues like we do with every project that we do. When we were putting the stairs in, we were trying to find a way to get a machine in here because the levels are all over the place. To get that platform square to the building. The handrails, we couldn't get that close to the building because we put handrails on the wrong side. But we were kind of too deep into it to change back and take them off, so we decided we'd cut them. So we're going to have to get them re-welded. The pad is missing at the footsteps, so when we were laying the fresh concrete we've done around the building, we used a bit of that to get that under the foot. But we've moved in now, so we're all ready to work. This is our meeting room that we've just recently done up. Remember I was saying in the first episode that we put a bit more effort into the other one. Now put equal effort into both after we got a bit of a doing given we'd only done one. This photos that are on the wall you might see, they've got like different stages of like Northern Recycling's history as such. So these photos on the wall you'll see, that's first one there is my grandpa, so Katie's dad and my dad's dad. That's when the site was first took over. So you'll see there, that's the baler pit, that pad there. You can see when it first opened, it was a yard-based event, so I think my dad was maybe a bit nervous that he'd taken on this massive site and he wasn't sure how it would go. The little skips there is how we used to transport waste. Now we've got a massive shed and we send it in Arctic, so it just shows you how far it's came. These other ones, there's the picking line getting built. We've got the DMR shed, that's the latest one, and there's warehouse 2 getting built. So even, it's hard to see obviously because it's on camera, but that's the old site there. And obviously my Nutella toast in the morning.
As promised, there's a little update on the concrete. We're finished round the back here, all the way through here now. I'm really pleased with it. We've got the channel drains in, we've got another drain over there in the corner, and basically we're ready to go. There's 2 more lorries coming tomorrow actually, and the boys are going to handle that, just finishing off little corners here and there. At the moment we're waiting. We're in day 7 of 10 days. We like to wait 10 days just so the concrete's absolutely cured, rock solid. Get heavy vehicles on the site. We don't want them coming over and cracking the concrete when we're waiting for it to cure. And then we're going to have access to these bays, and that's going to make a big difference to how we handle scrap metal. So the guys are going to tip in this mixed ferrous bay in the middle, and there'll be a machine in there, and basically that guy's job is going to be to sort light ferrous and heavy ferrous and that's how we can maximise our rebate. That's what the guys down the road are looking for. So it'll be good to get them in action, and hopefully you'll see that next time.
So this morning we've got Patterson's on site. They're going to be moving the polystyrene container, and we're going to be making a workshop for WEEE, which is waste electrical. So the guys are going to be stripping apart different bits of waste electrical, and this is kind of the last area on our site which we can make use of for building stuff. Yeah, we've got this land here as well, which we're going to have to dig apart, and probably going to put bays along the whole fence line like we've done down the bottom there. So we'll have to move the container in 2 or 3 years time, but for now it's going to be a wee workshop. So this container here, like I say, it's the polystyrene container, but it's had we had waste in it from 5 years ago. It's not waste to my dad apparently. There was a pallet of electrical stuff that he thinks is worth £2,000 or something. It's electrical stuff from 15 years ago, so it's probably so outdated that electricians don't even use it anymore, but we're keeping it because it's worth money. Problem we might have this morning is the 40-foot container is going to be very heavy, so we're not sure if Patterson's are going to manage, and we've got all this material that might be keeping it wedged in, so we'll see how it goes, but that's this. That's the lorry on site. It was just a metal skip tip just before the lorry came, which is typical. Pav has just cleaned that up and got it up in the pile so the lorry can get past. The guys are just giving it a quick brush just to make sure he gets no punctures and leaves happy. This driver, he's been probably in the game a lot longer than me and knows better than me, but me being stubborn thinks I'm right. He thinks that he's not going to get far enough down here, and he thinks if we lift it with the 2 diggers with the chains we'll be able to pull it forward. However, we did that last week. The quarantine container was just there. We had to try get it across the site and the chains were not enough, so this one's a 40-foot, so it's hard to believe that it'll work with a 40-foot and not a 20-foot. Anyway, rant over. Problem with this is you can see over there right now that his legs go out. So we're hoping there'll be enough room for his legs to go down as well as get in between this space. The ground is partially muddy. You've seen me earlier spreading it with type 1. But there's a patch down here which his wheels might spin, so we might have to drag him out after he's dropped it, which will be eventful, but hopefully that doesn't happen. So as you can see down the side of this container, there's not much clearance for it to hit the warehouse 1, so luckily the bosses aren't here, so if it does hit it, I've got a weekend to think of what I'm going to say. But I'm thinking if this hits it, surely it'll go viral and it'll be a good thing for the business. So the container's made it across to the WEEE area. I'm just about to lift it. Hopefully we don't knock out the fence while we're doing it. So let's see how it goes.
My name's Katie Mount. I'm Commercial Director of Northern Recycling Solutions. We also have here today Archie, I don't know if you can see him, and Eddie. They're not much help when it comes to running the business, but they are good for lunchtime walks. So a few things, we just thought we'd show you the office side of NRS. and what we get up to behind the scenes. And a few things we've been working on recently include a new poster. We've got a few examples. So basically we're really proud that all our general waste now goes to waste to energy recovery, so it's not going to landfill. And to be honest, we've not really shouted about that enough this year. We started doing that at the start of the year, and we really want to let all our customers know and potential customers know that if they choose to recycle with Northern Recycling Solutions, your waste is a resource and it's been used to create electricity. So these posters will help us to get that message out. We've already put them on social media, and we're going to look at maybe sharing them in other areas like today, and we are going to maybe put them on our wheelie bins as well, so people can see that when they're disposing of their waste. Another development we've been working on at the moment is our customer waste data reports. Many of our customers are very good at their recycling, and they've already achieved high percentages of recycling. So now customers want to drive continuous improvement. So we are now looking to add more graphs onto our report, which include a bar chart, which will plot kind of the volume of waste that customers are throwing away on a monthly basis. This will help them focus on why are they throwing that amount of waste away, can that amount of waste be reduced. It can give you a lot of data to work with, and obviously that can save you money in turn because you won't be buying in so much just to throw it away at the other end. So we're hoping that will add a bit of improvement to our customer reporting. Further developments on that, we're actually looking at our carbon just now. We're focusing on creating a carbon reduction plan, and part of that we'll be working out the carbon cost of each part of our service. So whether it's general waste, mixed recycling, mixed construction waste, we'll know how much that will cost you in carbon for us to come and uplift your waste and take it away. So that will be invaluable for not only our customers' reporting but for our own reporting, and we'll be able to focus on reducing carbon. So that's just a small snippet of what we get up to in the office while everything's going on outside when we're sorting your waste materials.
You'll see this lorry has a crane on it, obviously, because that's what its job is, but you can actually get a hook lorry. I'm sure if you're in the industry you know this, but you can get a hook lorry with a high-ab on it as well, and I just love, I'd love one of them. I don't know what purpose they have, but for us anyway, other than stuff like this. To be fair, we have been using it a lot this year, but probably wouldn't pay for itself, but it'd be cool to add to the fleet if we had it. We're actually looking at getting a flatbed, so just this part of it. We don't actually have one right now. We've used Adams Engineering. They've got a flatbed, so we're using that to lift heavy motors. And I think one of our drivers was saying there was a massive digger bucket that wouldn't go on a skip because it was that big, that we could have got on a flatbed. So we're kind of missing on work, and I think we could do better with our metal right now. So when we get a flatbed, hopefully we'll be able to progress with that. That's the Patterson's lorry away now. That was very helpful. I managed to lift it, the fence is intact, the wall's intact, so there's no viral incidents, but everything's gone to plan. The next job is to cut this container safely and quickly. I think if we were to do it with a little grinder, it might take a while, so we might get our welder guy in and see if he's got a blowtorch or something. So the plan is this whole side's going to come off and it'll be a workshop. So that's the next step. This is one of the WEEE workshops that the guys are stripping stuff in. They've got different sort of bins that they put in types of metal in. And to be fair, Gray made this himself. He's the guy who's in charge of the WEEE area. So he's done quite a good job given it's kind of homemade and everything's recycled. So he's cut holes out so you can just chuck it into bins below. And then he's got his tool wall here, which he's kind of partly built so far. More importantly, he's got the music on here and it's blaring all the time. I'm sure the girls in the office don't like it because he's actually quite close to it, so all they hear is boom boom.
What we've got here is a good example of the challenges we face in the waste industry. This is our nice new DMR shelter. You've watched us build it and we're starting to see the lorries come in. We've got a great mix of cardboard, paper, all the plastic bottles, all the good things that are meant to be in DMR. But I noticed about half an hour ago a skip was tipped and the customer told us it was DMR, dry mixed recyclables. However, I don't know if the camera can see up the top there, there was a lot of hoses and non-DMR related products. So we'll get in trouble for sending that on to the company we work with who sort all this material out. That'll be considered a contaminant. So we spotted it on the floor, I highlighted it to my colleagues, and since then somebody clever has come in with a shovel, lifted it all up and thrown it right into the middle of the DMR pile. After that, the bin lorry came along after his day's rounds and tipped it all in. So this is the kind of thing we get. We work really hard to keep the waste segregated, and one mistake from a customer on this occasion, we make them to, is compounded by our mistake to create a whole lot of extra work for a couple of the guys in the team where we're going to have to go and pull all this stuff out before we send it away. So a bit frustrating.
So we've just ordered a Scania bin lorry. It's got a Danish rear end, but I'm sure Dad will go into more details on that. Because we've ordered that, they've sent us a tractor unit on demo. We're going to try use it to take the walk-and flow trailers and the curtain side trailer that takes the bales and paper. Stuart and Keith did that yesterday. I think it went quite well, but we're just kind of working out the fuel costs and seeing how much it's going to save us if we do it ourselves rather than third party. But when we go inside it, you'll see that the demo units, they were always like top spec. It's got coffee machines, it's got microwaves, it's got everything that you'd want. So they really try sell it. So let's go have a look. So in here we've got a fridge. I don't think there's anything in it actually. Let's see if Stuart and Keith are drinking beers. We've got a microwave at the top. We've got coffee machines. Just storage units. And you see behind you there's seats and beds and all that, and see what's in here actually. That's quite a nice spec. Scania do kind of known for the best lorries, even the seats.
That's us for another week. Thanks for watching. Next time we're going to introduce you to Jennifer, our general manager. Ourself and Chris are going to be looking at some of the equipment we use in the facility in a bit more detail. Look forward to seeing you then.